At a new film entitled The Interview. It opens Christmas Day. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the funny, the entertaining Seth Rogen. Seth, come on out.
Good. Nice.
Fun, isn't it?
Very lovely, yeah. Great.
Well, it's well deserved.
That's nice.
Help me with my memory here. Have we seen you since you've been married?
I think so. I think I've been here one time since I've been married.
And how's the marriage going?
It's fantastic. I grew a giant beard. You can really let yourself go once you're married, so that's...
Yeah, but it looks very very stately, very...
It's well-groomed.
Yeah,
it's shaped very well.
Is that for a film or just something to do?
I did do it for a movie initially, and then I just kind of liked it. Yeah, I like it. I have like 9 chins under here that are all hidden by this mess.
It's nice not to have to shave, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. Not having shaving is the worst thing ever. You shave every day, it looks like.
And it's the worst part of the whole job.
The whole thing.
Having to shave.
Soon, you'll look like this.
I should be so lucky, my friend. Tell me about the married life. You guys, what do you do? Everything together? You do nothing together? What do you do?
We do a lot together. We get along really, really well. We hang out. We watch a lot of television, a lot of bad reality television together.
Right. Now, when you say bad reality, let's have some names.
I mean, it's all pretty bad, right? Actually, I was watching this show with children chefs on it recently. It's like they have child chefs, and I literally could not stop weeping as I was watching the show the whole time. Weeping. Something about it like tapped into some weird emotional place in my brain. And like I was like, these kids are just trying so hard, and my wife literally started laughing at me and making fun of me and took a picture of me as I was crying because this kid messed up her like goose liver terrine or something like that. And I was just like, she's just trying to express herself. It was humiliating. Yeah.
Now, this raises a couple of questions. Yeah. Actually, more than a couple of questions.
Yeah, tons of questions.
But is there something in your childhood you think this was evoking?
I don't know. I think I started working when I was really young, and I think that's what it is. I look at these young kids trying to make it, and I feel for them. And I want to reach into the screen and offer them some weed or something like that.
Doesn't mean that. He doesn't mean that. What he meant to say was if they were 18 or
18
above.
or older and lived in one of 7 states nationwide. Yeah.
I saw one of those lousy reality shows where there was a fight in the car and the old man put the kid out on the interstate.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
No, it's not allowed.
You're not supposed to do that.
We'll be right back to Seth Rogen, everybody.
I was thinking about that.
Thank you very much. Seth Rogen is here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the first time people knew of you was on, is it Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah, Freaks and Geeks, yeah.
And it dawned on me later that a lot of the men and women you work with are from that cast.
Yeah, a lot of them.
James Franco, in particular, comes to mind.
James Franco was on Freaks and Geeks. I met him when I was 16 years old. The first time I literally ever like spoke on camera in a scene was in a scene with James Franco.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is he of that group your best friend? Do you think, or maybe you don't want to comment, but you guys are close, right?
We're very close. I'll comment on it all day. I worked the most with him. There's another guy on the show named Martin Starr, who's now on the show Silicon Valley, which is great. Me and him were roommates for a little while, but me and Franco see each other the most. Probably.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. And he's been on this program, and he's enigmatic, that guy.
He's a weird guy, a little bit of a weird guy.
But
yeah.
he seems wildly intelligent. Is that your assessment of him?
He's very smart, and like I think he's a lot weirder on paper than he is like in real life. Like if you list all the weird about him, there's a lot of it. But when you're actually like talking to him, he's not that weird. He's almost like embarrassed by how weird he knows he comes across as, you know? Like he's still in school, he's 37, that's super weird. Like that's yeah.
But it's also because a lot of today's top stars don't go to school at all.
No, I dropped out of high school personally, so yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. But he now continuing education, so you
very much so.
Yeah, you can't mock the man for that.
No.
Yeah, but when the two of you are out, who runs that show? The two of you?
We don't go out socially all that much because he works so much, but we work together, and that's kind of like our social outlet. Right. But when we go out. Yeah, he's very like incognito. People like are weirded out. They're intimidated by him, I think.
Wow.
And they're not intimidated by me because I look like a big idiot. And
no.
He looks like a handsome model-y guy. I'm much more accessible, I would say.
No.
I look like a Muppet of some sort.
No, again, there's some self-esteem. But now, here's the key question. Is your wife comfortable when Franco comes over?
There's a slight love triangle dynamic that does develop.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
She likes James very much.
There's no reservation about, oh, God, he's coming over? Will he leave? How late will he stay?
Exactly. Will he read to us? Will he just...
read to you?
No, he reads. He has books around. He reads a lot. But
this is grand.
No, my wife loves him. Yeah, not too much. Just the right amount.
Just the right amount. Okay. Now, having established that, who did you co-direct this film with?
Evan Goldberg, who's a guy I met in bar mitzvah class when I was 12, and we've been working together ever since.
Is this your first directorial assignment of any weight?
No, this is the end movie we did a couple years ago. We directed that as well. This is our second.
Now, do you enjoy? You enjoyed directing?
It is fun to direct. Yeah, it's nice to tell people what to do and they listen. Yeah, it's great.
But in terms of your own performance, how are you able to be objective about that?
It's hard, I think. I have another guy with me watching to make sure if it sucks, he can tell me. And we test the movies a lot with audiences, and so they tell us if it sucks.
And what is that like? They get questionnaire cards to fill out after the film? Is that what?
Yeah, and we watch it in a theater with them to see what jokes they laugh at and what jokes they don't laugh at.
And is that must be nerve-wracking, eh?
Oh, it makes me constipated for 4 days leading up to it. It's actually the most nerve-wracking part of my entire job is the first time we show our movies to like a test audience, because often there's like a conceptual idea to them that people might just hate, and it could literally just destroy the movie in its opening 30 seconds or so. Right. And so once they overcome that, then it's usually pretty good.
And your films test, what would you say, 80% positive, 90% positive? How high do they test in terms of people really enjoying them when they see the first early efforts?
High 80s, low 90s usually. Yeah, and that's what you're going for.
Man.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, they test well.
Good for you. So now getting back to you and Franco, there's this show, Naked and Afraid, and you and Franco, James Franco, are on the show Naked and Afraid. For the love of God, why?
Why? We're big fans of the show. That was the first.
Now, I know that's a lie.
No,
I know that's absolutely a lie.
It's one of these reality shows me and my wife watch, and they take people and they drop them off naked in the wilderness for 3 weeks.
Yes.
With nothing. They get one item each, and they often pick something stupid like a magnifying glass. You're like, what? Like, I would take like a 40-pound cow with me.
Well, what did you take? Weren't you?
I took toilet paper because I. The wilderness. You're out there. You're out there in the wilderness. Franco took sunglasses so he could look sharp.
so he could look sharp.
So he could look good.
That's right. He wanted to look sharp.
Yeah, he wanted to look on point.
Now, but the Naked and Afraid, I mean,
why do
honest to God, take him to Newark and drop him off there.
We filmed it in Staten Island, and it was supposed to be North Korea, and it was shocking how well North Korea and Staten Island look similar.
He doesn't mean that. He's just kidding.
Just joking.
Oh, I heard something about that Kim Jong-un when he got wind of the movie that he thought you guys were, that he wanted to have a talk with you guys. Have you heard from him?
We have not heard from him recently, but yeah, he threatened, he called our movie an act of war, and he went to the UN, and
an act of...
he petitioned the UN to block the release of the movie, which as a comedian is kind of what you're going for.
That's right.
More than anything.
Job well done, Kim Jong-un. It's called The Interview. Let's take a look at it here, Seth. What are we going to see?
This is, I've been wanting to have more credibility as a journalist. Me and Franco have like a tabloid talk show.
Oh, that's right. It's like one of those...
it's like a TMZ type show.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And he plays Dave Skylark.
Yeah, he plays like a real stupid, idiotic talk show host who is not based on anyone real. We...
Wait a minute. No,
not based on anyone real. And
he really, this performance, he really goes to work on the scenery, though, doesn't he?
He really goes for it. He goes crazy.
He does.
And so yeah, this is us finding out that maybe we can gain some credibility by doing an interview with Kim Jong-un.
All right, Seth Rogen, it's The Interview. Take a look at it. Beginning Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, shut up. I'm on the phone, okay? What? Dude, that was John Kerry's office.
Forget that. This tops it. The Times printed it about North Korea. Read the bottom.
Kim Jong-un is known to be an avid consumer of American entertainment. His favorite shows are The Big Bang Theory
And
Skylark Tonight.
Oh, boom! I interview this guy.
Are you joking me, man? He's the most reclusive leader on the planet. It's not gonna happen. He lives in North Korea. We can't go there.
Dave Skylark gets in anywhere. Do you remember that club? 3-month waiting list. First night.
I don't think it's quite the same thing.
Well, there were a lot of Asian girls there.
Yeah, that's right. It's called The Interview. It's his Christmas gift to the world, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rogen. Good to see you
so much,
Good luck
Dave.
with everything.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll be right back with Amy Sedaris.